I know what is meant by male circumcision, but how do you circumcise the heart? We're exploring the ancient book of Deuteronomy to obtain guidelines to help us in our daily living. In this series of lessons, we examine what it means to love God and love others. In line with loving God, our key text is found in Deuteronomy 10:19, and it says, "Therefore love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt." The title of this lesson is Circumcise Your Heart. In this lesson, we take a look at Deuteronomy 10. It's God's reaffirmation of the covenant that he made with Israel in Deuteronomy 9. Here we see a renewal of the covenant of God that God had previously made with the Israelites. What's interesting is that this renewal is after the Israelites' terrible sin at Horeb, in which no sooner had Moses left them to meet with God, they fell into idolatry and started worshiping a golden calf. Yet, the Lord still didn't give up on them. This shows that even now, God does not give up on us. He continues to show his love to us and pleads to renew his relationship with us. An example of how loving God is found in Deuteronomy 10:1-11. Here we see that God forgives his people for their sins. Furthermore, these verses also show that God wants to keep his promises he made with their fathers. Deuteronomy 10:1-11 says, "At that time the Lord said to me, hew for yourselves 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain and make yourself an ark of wood. And I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablet, which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark." So I made an ark of acacia wood, hewed 2 tablets of stones like the first, and went up the mountain, having the 2 tablets in my hand. And when he wrote on the tablets, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments, which the Lord had spoken to you in the mountain from the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly, and the Lord gave them to me. Then I turned and came down from the mountain and put the tablets in the ark which I had made, and there they are, just as the Lord commanded me. Now the children of Israel journeyed from the well of Bene Jaakan to Mosera, where Moses died, and where he was buried, and Eleazar his son ministered as priest in his stead. From there they journeyed to Gadgoda, and then from Gadgoda to Jadbetha, a land of rivers of water. At that time, the Lord separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to stand before the Lord to minister to him and to bless his name to this day. Therefore, Levi had no portion nor inheritance with his brethren. The Lord is his inheritance, just as the Lord your God promised him. As at the first time I stayed in the mountain 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord also heard me at that time, and the Lord chose not to destroy you. Then the Lord said to me, "Arise, begin your journey before the people, that they may go in and possess the land which I swore to your fathers to give them." But now, notice, just prior to this, in Deuteronomy 9:17, Moses smashes the 10 Commandment tablets. It says in verse 17, "Then I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my 2 hands and broke them before your eyes." Moses smashing the 2 tablets of the 10 Commandments was a sign of the broken covenant between God and the people of Israel, according to Patriarchs and Prophets, page 320. Expanding on it, it says, to show his abhorrence of their crime, he threw down the tablets of stones, and they were broken in the sight of all the people, thus signifying that as they had broken their covenant with God, so God had broken his covenant with them. It would stand to reason the covenant needed to be renewed. Yet God forgave them. The fact that God told Moses to cut out new tablets like the first, and he would write on them the words that were on the first, shows his forgiveness. It also showed that he was not done with them even then. In Deuteronomy 10, 14 through 16, God uses some strange imagery. He talks about circumcising the foreskin of the heart and not being stiff-necked. He says, indeed, heavens and the highest heavens belong to the Lord your God. Also, the earth with all that is in it. The Lord delighted only in your fathers to love them, and he chose their descendants after them, you above all people, as it is this day. Therefore, circumcise the foreskin of your heart, and be stiff-necked no longer. So, what is God saying here? What is the meaning of these images? The foreskin, the heart, the stiff neck. Physical circumcision was a sign of the covenant relationship with God, but it's also an outward sign. But God wanted their hearts, that is their mind, their affection, their love. The stiff-necked image pointed to how stubborn they were in their unwillingness to obey God. So the Lord here was telling them to put aside their divided loyalties and serve him with all their heart and with all their soul. Besides our loyalty to God, what does God expect from his people in terms of the poor and the needy? Find out in the next lesson. Love the stranger.